Thank you for clicking on this Fun with Pete and Sherry video. I am your host, Mr. Julian. This is your co-host, Tipsy. Today is a bittersweet occasion as I am both reviewing and saying goodbye to this marvelous whiskey, Johnnie Walker Green Label 15-year-old blended malt Scotch whiskey. Now, you've probably heard me talk about this before, and you know this is among the Johnnie Walker expressions the only one that is a blended malt. The others are all blended Scotch. The difference is that blended Scotch is a mixture of malt whiskey and grain whiskey from different distilleries. Blended malt, on the other hand, is all malt whiskey, but combined from different distilleries. So I really see this as could be a great transition for people who are starting with blended Scotch, as most people do, but not quite sure which way to go when it comes to single malts. A blended malt like this could be the perfect way to get people to move in those directions. And while its sales have never been particularly good, I feel that that's entirely the result of poor imagination and poor marketing on the part of Diageo and Johnnie Walker. Could have really made this an important part of their line, but for whatever reason did not. And if you are in Europe, you probably can't get this anymore. It will be available in the United States until sometime this summer, probably. And if you live in the United States, I highly recommend you pick up a bottle. It is both an extremely, Tipsy loves it, it's an extremely good Scotch for experienced Scotch drinkers, and it's a wonderful Scotch for beginners, as I mentioned, sort of as a trainer, if you will. I've heard some people say about certain single malts, well, if you don't like this Scotch, or if you don't like this, you won't like any Scotch. I would say that in reverse about Johnnie Walker Green Label. If you like Johnnie Walker Green Label, it's entirely likely that you will like a lot of different single malt Scotches. For that reason, I think it's an important expression, and one that I'm very sorry to see go. Okay, that said, let's find out what it is we're going to be losing here, shall we? Now, probably a great many different Scotches go into this, but the packaging spotlights 4 distilleries: Talisker, Kalila, Linkwood, and Cragganmore. Now, no Linkwood available over here in the United States, but as for the other 3, they are all very distinctly noticeable in here, as I believe is Cardew. Top of the bottle, warm sea breeze. In the glass, behind that, little smoke, little mint, little smoke, sweet smoke, very fresh. Alright, final test. Nice. Wow, the first thing that hits you here is like you've had a breath mint. It just sort of opens up your lungs, and there's this great big fresh minty burst. Little smoke comes in behind that. Then there's a little pleasant sweet saltiness on the lips. And beyond that, something a little deeper, a sort of a rich fruitiness that that really keeps it nailed down. Kind of keeps you going and keeps drawing you in further. Just a lot of fun, this Scotch, and a great Scotch to have after you've recently brushed your teeth. I don't know if you've ever tried that with any Scotch. It maybe sounds gross to you, and you may think I'm being a little crazy, but if you haven't tried it, don't dismiss that idea until you have, because it actually brings out some very interesting tastes in Scotch, and brings out some interesting tastes in this one. So I'm going to give this Scotch an 8.5. And that would be considerably higher, by the way, than I would give anything else in the Johnnie Walker line. And why should it be otherwise? You know, I know that people throw around the term malt snob sometimes, but I have to ask why I should consider a grain whiskey that's the tasteless output of a column still to be the equal of a fine pot-stilled malt whiskey. I don't see any reason why I should, and my heart tells me that they are not equal. Now, you are never a snob, by the way, for liking what you like or disliking what you dislike. You're only a snob if you affect what you like or dislike to try to appear to be something that you are not. If you prefer malt whiskey, as I do, then prefer malt whiskey, and be proud about that.